Hey everybody, Tim Castleman here. I thought instead of just replying to Jeff, I would actually share this information, this knowledge with the world so that we can all benefit from the question and more importantly, profit on the response. So Jeff asked me, it's obviously a very important question because it's one only I can answer, right? I was wondering what he thought if writing books on Kindle was still a viable business model. I have some friends in IM marketing space that say not really. I was looking at writing books on Kindle as partially to fund my retirement overseas. Talking and reading at the same time. Very tough, right? Was trying to decide on this route or physical products. Thanks for the thought. So, Jeff, first of all, thanks for letting me butcher your question there. Second of all, let's get right down into it, okay? First thing you need to ask yourself is what is it that you're trying to make? So you're trying to partially fund a retirement, right? So let's just say you need $3,000 a month. Let's just say that. Now, let's say that you wanted to go the physical product route. As I understand Amazon, and admittedly I have not explored the opportunity fully, but there's really a couple ways that you can make money. You can do the arbitrage thing, which is you go around all these garage sales and dollar stores and et ceteras, and run a million UPCs through a fancy scanner or your phone or whatever. You find the stuff that's selling on Amazon for $7, you find it for a buck, you buy a bunch of it, you box it up, you mail it off to Amazon, and one day somehow it sells and you make commission off that and you make some money and all that good stuff, right? To do that, you've got a lot of time, you've got a lot of inventory, you've got a lot of sunk costs. I mean, you've got a lot of money that you're not going to recoup until you sell the product back, if at all. And if you don't, there's no way for you to reposition that money. Meaning, if you spent, $10 to buy a hair blow dryer and the blow dryer doesn't sell, right, you can't make that blow dryer into a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or anything like that, okay? So you got a lot of startup cost, you have a lot of inventory costs, you have a lot of sunk costs, you have a lot of time involvement in the physical product space. Even more so if you try to go the physical product route where you make your own, where you go find a manufacturer over in China, where you do PLR, right, so basically where you private label, right? So you find someone else's product, you put your label on it, you got to get a name, you got to get a brand, you got to do that, you got to buy minimum numbers of inventory, you got to ship to Amazon, you got to pray it doesn't get stolen, right? And then it sells and all that stuff. So in talking to most people, they tell me for a physical product to no BS work, you're looking at anywhere from $5,000 to $20,000 to make it work that route. Now, compare that to a Kindle book, okay? You go, you have an idea, you outsource it, you have it written for dirt cheap. You're talking a penny to 2 pennies per word for a US born, US bred, US speaking writer. Okay, then you get a cover made that can run you, anywhere from $5 to $50. You get it formatted, you hire an editor, and let's just say, lock, stock, and barrel, that a book costs you $250, and you're going to get 3 of them made up because that's what I advise everybody to do. So you're talking about $750. Now you take those 3 books, you bundle them up into one big book. Okay, that gives you a 4th UPC on Amazon. That means for $750, and we're just going off rough math here, you have 4 books out there. Okay, now here's the crazy thing. If it is, in fact, $750, right, and let's just say that you charge $2.99 per book, that means you've got to sell 375 copies of your book. Divide that by 4. That means you've got to sell less than 100 copies per book to make your money back for the rest of your life. Now, let's just say, Jeff, that you're horrible at this, right? That you're absolutely horrible and you don't sell any copies of your book. Well, guess what? That book can become an opt-in on your squeeze page so that you can now get an email list so that when you're ready to publish your next book, you can sell more of them. You can turn them into blogs, right? You can repurpose them. You can edit them. If there's a problem with grammar, syntax, misspelling, whatever it is, go out there, make the changes necessary, upload them, and then 24 to 48 hours, okay, you're good to go. Here's what I know about Amazon. Here's what's the really powerful, Jeff. I haven't touched my books, my non-selling bestseller books. I have not touched them in several months, and Amazon still sends me 4-figure checks each and every month for it. So here's what I would tell you. Okay, is it the best business model out there? That's for you to decide. Here's what I will tell you. It's one of the easiest to get involved with, one of the lowest cost, lowest risk, and highest return possibilities. And if you do it right, to make that few $1,000s a month that you're looking for, I definitely think it is a proven business model that's worth it. And because you have some time to help partially fund your retirement, you can build up that stock, that inventory that you need over the next 12 to 24 months, however you want to do it, and get a real tangible result. And you have a book on Amazon that may not make you $600 million a year, right? Like people in the physical product world claim to be making, okay? But it is low cost, it's high return, and it's something that will pay you month after month, and you can repurpose at any time for any reason. So that's what I would tell you, Jeff. I still think Kindle is one of the best business models out there. It's why I am applying and reapplying the techniques and tools that I have for 2015, and that's why you're going to see us invest even more in the Kindle marketplace than other places this year. Thanks so much for your question, Jeff. If you have a question for me, as always, you can reach me at contacttimcastleman@gmail.com. Again, contact timcastleman@gmail.com.